Okay, so I'm going to show you how to use ibispaintx. So let's just go onto the app. So this is the page that first comes up. You're going to want to click on My Gallery. And basically this is all the stuff that I've worked on before. So to start something new, you're going to want to click the plus sign right here. And then import picture. So usually I like to start off with a background. So let's just go with this one. And it's going to say extract drawing. Usually I won't do this, so just press cancel because there's no need for that. And on the bottom you have your tools here. So where it shows like the layers with the little squares and it says number 1, those are your layers. So you can do so many things with them. You can clear the layer like that. You can invert layer color, which means I actually don't know how to do that, but like I'll find a way to do that later on. You can move the layer down. You can invert layer horizontally, invert layer vertically, merge down, and delete. And then there's other options here. You can also change the background color. I usually just keep it white. So on this side, you have clipping, alpha lock, and something here that says normal. I actually don't know what this is, but this is well, it says blending mode, so I guess this is for blending. I haven't really used this, but once I use it, I'll let you know how to do that. Screen tone. You could add different designs and stuff. Alpha lock. I don't know what that is or what that does. But on the bottom here is the opacity, meaning the thickness you want. Well, how transparent you want something. And over here you could add a layer. So basically when you're editing, it's very important to add layers, because if you're drawing over top of a picture, over top of your avatar, you want to have layers, because when you're blending it, you don't want to actually be blending the original picture, because then it won't turn out as good, you could say. Then you could add a special layer, meaning clone a layer or add a layer from the canvas. Cloning a layer basically means the same layer you had before, but just adding another one. You can invert canvas vertically, and then you can import another picture. So this is where you would basically add your transparent picture from your high resno BG, whatever, from IMVU. So I'm going to click on this one. And then you could basically size it to however you want. So say that's good. And press the check mark. Once again, say cancel to the extract drawing. And then that's it. So over here, where you have a square, these are the colors. This is a color wheel basically. So if you're going to draw on top of it, you could pick any color you want. Just draw. Over here is the brush size, well, thickness, and the opacity. So if I put the opacity over here, you could see that it's very light. And if I change the brush size, or the brush in general, I like to use this one for example, there's different brushes. And when you're using the brush, you could press hold and actually pick the color that is already on your avatar. So when you're shading, you could pick the darkest color on your skin and use that for contour, and then you could probably use the lightest for the contour as well. And I feel like this really works for the hair, because sometimes it's really hard to mix and match hair colors. So then you can just start drawing on it like that, like how I normally do hair and stuff. this like so, just to show you that the color wheel doesn't always really work. You could just do what I showed you because I find it more easier. So when you click on the brushes, you have other tools. You have a magic wand. I actually don't know what this does, but appears it does that. So that's not a good example to show you. Yeah, I don't know what this does, but just click the back button to undo. You have a lasso, and this basically just cuts things out. And you have a FX filter. You could put a grayscale, change it, contrast, and then you have eraser. So if you're doing, this is what I mean about layers, because if I'm going to go to the first layer that I made here and use an eraser, I'll be basically erasing my avatar, and you don't want to be doing that. So that's why it's good to add layers. So let's say I draw something like her hair, like on top of her hair, like this, right? And I pick the eraser, it'll only erase what I drew. It's not going to erase the actual avatar. So all the hard work that you've done on top of it, you don't want it to go away, right? So then there's blur. This is what I use for contouring. So I'll show you how to do that, or how to use it per se. So you go back to brushes. I'm going to pick this color on the side because it's the darkest. And we're just going to do this. I'll just only do the side of her stomach and maybe her arm on one side, like that. Then we're going to pick the lightest color, which is this color on her chest. It's not working. Right here. Let's do that. Recently I've found that doing it with the colors that is already on the avatar looks more natural than instead of using like brown and white or another light color. So then we're going to pick blur. And if you want the opacity to be really high up, it'll blur pretty easily like this. So sometimes you won't even be able to see the effect. So go back again. You could put it lower and maybe it'll look, yeah, see, it looks, you can see the effect more than how it was before, blurred out. So basically that's how you do it. You just blur it out, but only on the second layer or other layers that you've made, because usually sometimes when I do my edits, I even use like 10 layers depending on how much I need, because you can never be too sure. Because if you're gonna do contour and stuff like that, and hair especially, you need multiple layers, because if you're gonna blur things out, draw over it, and do many different things, having more layers helps you for that. So if you're gonna use this app, always I stress to you, create layers and build yourself up with the layers. So that's how you do it. And you could also take the eraser again and clean up the edges, because as you can see right here, it got messy looking, and over here. So top from that, you can see the different layers. I'm gonna create another layer and click on it, and then show you the text. So text, you just click anywhere you want, add a text like hey, and you could pick the size, the font, left, horizontal, wherever you want it basically. So style, change the color, that didn't even work. Oh, there. So let's put that there. And then yeah, that's how you add a text. I'm gonna go back though, because that looks kind of annoying. So then you're gonna the eyedropper. The eyedropper is basically where you pick the colors that are on your Abby or on your picture already. But I find it's easier to just press hold when you're using the brush like that, because same thing. Then there's bucket. Basically, you can add different colors, or, I don't actually know what this does. This is really weird. It looks really bad. I wouldn't use this if I were you. I'm just gonna go back again. I really don't know what that does. I thought you could change different colors, because usually when you put bucket on something, it's like you put the whole picture one color. Or like when you're painting in lines or something online, or I don't know. So, frame divider. Could add a frame, I guess, like this. The only thing is, I don't think that really did anything. Select, but maybe it will when you finish it. I'm not sure. I'm kind of new to this app too, so it's hard for me as well. But yeah, canvas. Okay. So trimming, meaning maybe cropping? Yeah, cropping. Okay. Resizing, rotating. These are pretty standard things, I think. Change canvas size. Could change it. I'm not going to do that though. And then settings. I haven't really played with the settings. I feel like I'll mess it up. So I don't want to do that. And this right here, it just randomly chooses either brush or eraser, and I'm pretty sure in the settings, sorry I can't speak, I just woke up, but in the settings you could change which either two that you want to change between. So right now I just have it on brush and eraser because I feel like that's more effective. So yeah, then I guess that's it. If you need any more help, then I'll show you. But wait, there's stuff on the top here. So over here, there's stabilizer, clearing layers, ruler to make lines efficient, and then your favorite things. Oh, you could actually add backgrounds here. My bad. Yeah, you could add transparent stuff, plants. So this, for example, go on top of it as another layer. And yeah, that's it. If you need any help, just let me know, and I'll let you know if I know anything else about the app, and I'll help you. So yeah.